What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 2 of the Method Podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Omaree,
Jordan.
and we're excited to be back here again, man.
Yes,
I
sir.
mean, real quick, man, what did you think of everything from episode 1? What were the reviews, some of the reviews you got from the first episode?
It was all positive, man. It was
Yeah.
all great stuff. Yeah, it was so weird to hear it too, cause like, I didn't think people would actually like see it. You know, everybody was asking, like my friends, family, they're like, "Where can I watch it?" And I was like, "Oh, here's the link." You know, an hour of us talking. And I'm gonna be honest, bro. I haven't even watched the whole episode myself. Like I've just seen the clips that we posted, but I'm like, I can only see my face for so long, you know, before I'm just like, okay, no, next thing, let me go watch a movie or something.
That's why I just changed my Instagram profile picture.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, because like I can only look at my face for so long and just be like, okay, bro, I'm tired of looking at that. You know what I mean?
So even like profile picture.
Yeah, like
you gotta
like
switch it up.
Like I can only look at my face for so long and be like, all right, something's gotta be brand new.
Oh man.
And then I had it for 7 months and I had to change it. It's like I keep looking at myself, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know what other people may think, but it's like me
Yeah.
looking at myself all the time. It's like, get that up out of here.
Yeah, just like a refreshing image.
Yeah.
What about you? What was like the reception for you with the episode?
Insane.
Yeah.
Insane. I think kind of the same thing over here, right? Where it was
Mm-hmm.
like the first week, just, you know, everybody's not directly telling you that they're watching,
Mm-hmm.
but obviously with the clips and
Mhm.
obviously with some of the stuff we went over in episode 1
Yeah.
was pretty insane.
Oh, dude,
And
it
so
was
I felt the positive energy.
Mm-hmm.
And I felt that if we just stay consistent, you know, we're going to get where we need to be eventually.
Yeah,
you know what I
more.
mean? But
Yeah, more
It
people.
was pretty
watching.
cool, you know, besides
Yeah.
the little one hater in the YouTube comments.
Oh.
You know, you bring that up, talking about how we went 20 minutes on a scene breakdown in episode 1.
We'll go another 20 minutes on this episode.
Maybe
too,
25.
trust. Yeah, maybe 20, maybe
That's for the
30.
haters
You know
alone,
what? We can
man.
do a whole episode
That's for the
just on a
haters.
breakdown too.
Hey, that Michael review. Michael
Oh yeah.
Jackson review.
I still got to see the movie too, dude. You said it was good.
It's an experience.
Yeah.
That Michael Jackson
Mm.
movie was one of the best movies I've ever seen in my life.
I've heard that like if you're a big fan of his music, it's great.
I am.
Mm-hmm.
And real quick, just before we kind of get going and everything here,
Mm-hmm.
Jafar Jackson did incredible.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure we'll really break down this movie at some point.
We will.
But Jafar Jackson, for his first major acting role, for him to take on his uncle,
Mm-hmm.
portraying his uncle,
Mm-hmm.
incredible. It was an experience, man. Have you seen the clips online of people dancing in the theaters?
Oh, I saw one.
People
I saw one.
People
Yeah.
pulling up. I seen memes of how I'm pulling up to the Michael Jackson
Oh,
movie.
dude.
People be in there moonwalking,
All fitted up, man.
all fitted up with the glove hand and everything.
Dang, dude, and the hat, the fedora too.
Yeah, yeah.
Dude, no,
the
he's
little jacket, the little bit razzle dazzle to the jacket too. They got on
and the
man.
socks too, the dazzle
Yeah.
socks.
Yep.
No, dude, that I've been seeing clips of Jafar online, and yeah, it's great, bro. He put in so much work, and yeah.
What I like about, not giving too much of the movie away here, but what I like about the movie is I guess this is just a reoccurring thing that we're going to hear on the show. It's the inner monologue
Mm-hmm.
that you could tell Jafar Jackson puts into as Michael.
Mm.
He's thinking as Michael. And you see a lot of that in this movie, too. I'm actually going to go rewatch it again probably this weekend just to, like, really pay attention to some of those inner monologue thoughts that he do.
Yeah.
Where he's, you know, if he's arguing with his father
Mm-hmm.
or if he's performing, whatever he's doing,
Mm-hmm.
you'll see the thoughts and the emotion on his face, and he'll come out and speak as Michael.
Dude, that's the best. That's like the main thing, you know.
Yeah.
As like when you're acting, you just need something there. You can't just be
Yeah.
nothing. Yeah, you have to have some thought behind the words that you're saying, or else
Right.
it's just words.
Right. So
Yeah.
I recommend everybody go watch that movie this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
If you haven't seen it, go watch it out. It's opening week. Actually, I just read something this morning on the way over here. It
Mhm.
was the opening. Yesterday was opening day, April 24th. It was the largest opening day for a music biopic. of
Oh
all
yeah, it was
time.
like some 40 million at
Yeah.
the domestic box office.
And they're
I
only
just
just
saw
gonna
that today.
it's only just gonna keep leveling up, because anything with Michael Jackson, you just level up consistently. He was the
Mhm.
greatest entertainer of all time.
Yeah, it was the biggest. Yeah,
Yeah.
biggest entertainer,
He
biggest
could
pop star.
he could turn his head like this, and women are passing out.
No, for real.
So he was the greatest. He's the king of pop for a reason, right?
No,
And
100%.
he set the pedestal for what so many artists after him
Mhm.
wanted to be. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like Chris Brown, Usher, you know,
Mhm.
NSYNC, the Backstreet Boys, just
Mhm.
the iconic, just the and culture of pop culture. It's
Mhm.
because of him.
Yeah.
So MJ man was a goat,
No,
and Jafar Jackson does an incredible job playing his uncle, man.
dude, that's great to
Yeah.
hear. I'm gonna watch it for
Yeah.
sure. I need to go see this movie.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, I've been so hyped for it too.
I'll have to see it again. Well, let's get
Man.
into it here, man.
Yes,
Let's
sir.
transition a little bit. We kind of started talking about it anyway. So, first thing we want to kind of get to today is acting techniques, right? We
Yes,
just were
sir.
talking about the inner monologue and the thought process behind it takes building the character. What have you learned in recent months? Different acting techniques that help you kind of break down a script.
Okay, so like the first things I learned was actually like breaking down a script, because at first I always thought it was just read the lines and then just read it however you think it's supposed to be read. But I've learned that like you got to break it down. Ideally, you want to do beginning, middle, end, right? You want to go through just classic highlight your dialogue, your lines, put off some like you were saying, inner monologue to the side, or however you do it, whatever it is. But I've noticed there's so many little techniques in just breaking down a script and just knowing like the overall objective of the scene too, the motivation for the characters. All of it just like gives you so many more tools to work with and to build a character rather than just like being you reading lines. Because I feel like I struggled with that at first, is that I was reading in like our first couple classes, I was reading these scenes as like myself, just like as a detective or as this or that. And I felt myself starting to get like bored with my performances. But now I'm seeing that I can do stuff like out of my comfort zone, something way different, so that I feel like a different person when I'm doing that, if that makes sense. Yeah. What about you?
Real quick, what do you kind of want to touch on something
Yeah.
there a little bit? Where do you feel like you're at now? Because first you said you were struggling a little bit because you're reading a script and you're reading it as yourself. You're playing it out as yourself because this is the words on the lines, right? Where do you feel like you're at now today? Are you a little bit better with, okay, I'm reading a script. Now I'm understanding that, yes, it's just one scene of dialogue, but I'm putting so much into it. Where are you at in that level now?
Yeah, dude. Honestly, now I feel way more comfortable. Like I even went through today before this. I went through and I have like these voice memos on my phone of scenes, so I read as like the other character, so that way I can respond as my character. And just for fun, I did one of the last scenes we worked on. It was the detective and suspect scene. I know we're done with it already, but I just wanted to read it through again to see how well I remembered, and it came like that. The character and all, everything. Nothing was missing. It was still that same character. I probably read it a little bit differently than I did in class, but like it just shows so much, dude. I feel like I can pick up any of those scenes now and do them again and do them better, which is a huge sign for me, at least. I feel way more comfortable now. And just like understanding that it's a lot of like psychological factors in acting that you wouldn't expect. A lot of like character work and just being present too, like listening. Listen. That's the biggest thing. That's the best thing I've learned for sure.
Kind of a side note question when you mentioned that. Do you feel like that's why it's so easy for actors who say Malcolm in the Middle, right? So they just rebooted on Disney Plus and Hulu,
Okay.
and they lasted, I think, Frank Munoz. I don't know his name. I'm always to a point where I always get on here and don't know somebody's name.
And it's
Side
gonna
note: last time I was
keeps
talking about
happening.
Sandra Bullock.
Yeah.
I was talking about Sandra Bullock
Okay.
last time, but I couldn't think of her name. But
Oh,
so
okay.
that's what it was. But
Okay.
anyway, I always get in here to where I don't know.
She's
somebody's
great
name.
too, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Then driving later, it came to me. I'm like, fuck.
Oh man.
But anyway, do you feel like that's why it's so easy for an actor to return to a role even after years of not playing it?
For sure.
Because Malcolm in the Middle, that show last series finale was either 2006 or 2009. And now, all these years later, they just recently rebooted it. And he was talked about, at first he was nervous, the cast was nervous going back, but you get back on set, you get back around all the familiar people, and it picks right back up.
It just comes back to you, yeah.
Do you feel like that's right there is why it's so easy for actors to return to roles, because
For sure.
they spend so much time with these characters and it's a part of them, and they study their inner monologue. They did the scene breakdown. Do you feel like that's why it's easy for actors to return back to the role that they played?
100%, yeah. I think that's why when actors do like these interviews too, and the talk show host will be like, "Oh, what line is this movie from?" And they'll say the line, and they're like, "It's from this movie." Might take them a second or two, but they just like it comes to them. That inner monologue you were saying, it flows all in, and then that character comes back to them. And they're like,
Variety
that was
does that.
line.
Variety does that on YouTube, where does this actor remember their lines? And then I just recently seen that with Keke Palmer, and she got 10 out of out of like 12 right. And that was
Wow.
just one single line.
Oh, that's
And
great,
you have to say the line again, like, oh wow, that's pretty cool.
dude. Because
That's insane.
it's just it's so great to see what these classes do, and it's a lot. I mean, all the exercises that we do. Like, I wanted to ask you, what's your favorite exercise that we've done? Because I know what mine is, but I want to see what yours is from the class. You know how we do the little things before we start the scene, whether it's like a breathing exercise or whatever it is. Which one stuck with you the most?
I think for me, specifically for me, what helps was it's something about when you get it paired up with a scene partner.
Mm-hmm.
So you get paired up with a scene partner. I kind of like how we're instructed to go face to face with the scene partner and just do, I call them weird, but just do exercises to a point where it gets you out of your comfort zone.
Uh-huh.
Like I'm looking at you and I'm saying, I understand how you feel
Mm-hmm.
3 different ways.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't even know you.
Uh-huh.
So-
I know,
so
right?
for me, it's a little bit of guilty pleasure in that, in a sense,
Mm-hmm.
because it's like, okay, you're connecting with this partner, you're connecting, saying a line,
Mm-hmm.
and then 30 minutes later, you got to figure out a way to have good chemistry.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like acting, when you're paired up with somebody,
Mm-hmm.
you're naturally gonna have good chemistry. You're gonna be able to bounce off
Mm-hmm.
each other.
In some way, you'll
Right.
find something. Yeah.
You'll find something, and you're gonna be able to bounce off each other. So I
Mhm.
like the exercises of we're sitting down, we're face to face, we're saying the alphabet exercise we did
That's the one. Yeah.
a couple of
That
weeks
was my
ago. That
favorite
was
one
pretty,
for sure. Yeah.
that was pretty cool.
I love that one. Yeah.
That was pretty cool. That
Because it was so
insane.
different.
Yeah.
You know?
It was
Mhm.
insane. It was a little different. It was like, okay, would I have to say a sentence with each word of the alphabet?
Mhm.
Yeah, that was
Mhm. Dude, and it didn't have to be in any specific order.
no,
People were like,
no,
people were saying like CBY,
right,
ZWX.
right.
Ah, dude, that one was so good.
I had an exercise where, so that same thing where it was just like, where I was like, WID.
WID.
Yeah. I just said WID, or I'm like, GTFO, basically saying get the fuck out.
Yeah, get the
But I'm
fuck
basically,
out.
so that was pretty cool because that
Mhm.
taught me like, oh wow, you don't have to speak that much. Less is more.
No, yeah,
Like,
exactly.
you don't have to speak
It's your
that much.
actions, your body
But
language.
what's the actions? What's the inner monologue? What's all that other stuff that we talk about that go in here so you can
Exactly.
deliver it out here?
Yeah.
That was a good exercise. I like the exercise too, where we had just got done not shooting a scene. We had just got done doing a scene,
Mhm.
and we was instructed to say the scene, say the line back 3 different ways. Like I had to say I know in grief, then I had to say I know with acceptance, then I had to say I know with a deliverance of what was the third deliverance? Of anger.
Mhm.
With grief, acceptance, and anger. So I had to say it 3 different ways. This is after doing the scene too. Yeah, while in character.
Mhm.
And so while you're doing that, that's just like, oh wow, you're unlocking a new. To me, that's the day I started to understand acting.
Dude, I could tell because
Yeah.
I was your scene partner that day. I was the
Yeah.
one across you, and I could
Yeah.
tell something was clicking up there.
It started to click a little bit.
Every time you
The
did it, bro, it
story
was
started
different.
to click. All in that moment, the story starts to click. The story that you put in your head before the scene,
Mhm.
it starts to click. The actor, the character I was playing, started to click, and everything
Mhm.
started to click. In the back of my head, I'm like, it's clicking. We're
So that
getting
was the
there.
moment for you. That's like the exercise that really got you to like.
Because of the repetition.
Okay.
And to me, like I said, so mind you, I'm so involved in sports,
Mhm.
and the repetition of doing something consistently
Mhm.
helps me. Feels like it's an easy transition into acting
Mhm.
because it's the repetition.
That's
So-
what it is. Yeah.
So for that, just doing that, yeah, it's really powerful. Saying a line 3 different ways.
Have you found yourself doing that more since we did that exercise? Like when you get a scene now,
Mm-hmm.
have you found yourself doing that exercise? Because I know sometimes like I'll even forget the stuff that we've done and I won't do it.
Mm-hmm.
But when I do remember, I try one of them out and it helps me so much.
That I do. So say you give me a scene.
Mm-hmm.
The first thing, this is kind of like my scene process now that we're talking
Mhm.
about it. So you give me a scene, I'm gonna just skimming through it. So the first thing I'm doing is I'm skimming through a script.
Yeah.
I'm just skimming through. I'm trying to look at cool, trying to fill it out, how many lines, whatever.
Right.
Right? You know what I mean? The second thing I'm doing is I'm reading it. The first, now this is like my first official time reading it.
Mm-hmm.
I still won't understand anything going on.
Yeah,
I'll read
I
it,
know.
but I'll get the story. Okay, here's what the story is about.
Mm-hmm.
So my first time I skim through it, second time I read the script.
Mm-hmm.
Then I start the process of, okay, say I'm playing Don
Yeah.
in this scene or in this project, whatever we're shooting.
Mhm.
I'm playing Don. Don's got 15 lines.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going line for line. What are Don's lines? And I'm
Mm-hmm.
counting his lines, right? So I'm putting it on the script and I'm counting the line. I'm underlining, I'm counting. That just helps me know in my head, okay, what's the number I have to get to?
Mm-hmm.
Can I remember it? What's the remembering process look like for me? Can I remember it fast or can I remember it kind of slow? How long is it going to take me?
Okay.
Then the fourth thing I'm doing is, so I'm still not fully understanding the script. Now I'm just reading the lines.
Mm-hmm.
Going over my lines, I'm rewriting them. I'm rewriting them as me, just writing down what the lines are. I like to do that.
That's a great process.
I like to do it.
For sure.
I like to do it. Just so, okay, and now I'm starting to get here. And I'm doing this pretty fast, right?
Yeah.
Then I do voice memos like you mentioned earlier. There's a lot of practice doing your lines with a voice memo. Like you self-tape, you do a self-audio.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of practice with that
Mm-hmm.
because you get to understand, okay, what's the character as you're doing these voice memos. So, for example, right now, Michael Jordan shot 300 baskets throughout his career. So I would say Michael Jordan shot 300 baskets throughout his career. Michael Jordan shot 300 baskets throughout his career. And then after that, he played with the Wizards. I would say that numerous times on an audio.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm hearing how I'm saying it. Okay.
Yeah.
Then you start playing. Do I remember this line?
Mm-hmm.
I'm reading the script.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm doing audio. So it's for me, it's a lot that go into
Mm-hmm.
it. And another powerful thing that we did too is when you're writing as the character.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
So this
yeah.
is after you've done all the lines.
Mm-hmm.
You know what everything is. That final thing is you write as the character.
That is the last thing. That's
do you
the
find
thing
yourself
that I do.
doing that?
That's the thing I do right before we go to class every week. So I'll like the whole week I'll study through, like do my scene breakdown like you were saying, do the voice memos, all of it. But the 5 minutes before we go into class when I'm in my car, I pull out like this little blue journal that I have and I just start writing as the character. I don't put like what the scene is, nothing. I just put the date and I just start writing. And that helps me so much. I feel like that really gets me like, that's that last step. And it just, I don't know what it does. I think it's, I heard somewhere, I watched a video and this guy said he journals as if it's the night before the scene. So he'll write at like the end of the day of the character for whatever they did in that day. So you're not knowing what's going to happen the next day, but it gets you in that mentality of like, this is who I am and this is how I react to these situations and this is how I react to this day that just happened.
That just blew my mind.
Yeah, I don't know. I think like that works so well for me. Like
That shit kind of crazy.
yeah, dude. That's what got me for the
Hey, for the cat.
for the
It's crazy.
for the it wasn't my thing either. I got it from somebody else, so I'm not taking credit. But when we did that hospital scene, the Morgan, Alex, and Jamie one, that's what helped me so much because I journaled as I was playing Morgan, so I journaled talking about Jamie and Alex as like we had just hung out the day before, or not hung out, but we were gonna hang out the following day, and I was just like, oh, Jamie's like this, and this, and Alex is like this, and this, and it just it got me believing that like whoever was there, those were like my two best friends, and I don't know, dude, something about journaling. Like all of these little like techniques and processes, sometimes they work really well with some characters and others they don't need it as much. And it's so much fun to just like go through and see what works, what doesn't, trial and error, you know? And those voice memos, like I love doing that. I do them for both characters too now. I was just doing it for one character at first, but now I just do the whole script. So that way I can have like both of these characters down just in case, just in case I want to switch it up.
I want to talk a little bit more about that. What do you feel like for you, and you kind of spoke about it a little bit, like when you're writing as the character, you put in a date, you're writing as the character, you're going through everything that you did today. How do you feel like, because writing is such a big affirmation too. It's super big because when you write your goals out, that's almost the equivalent of like if you write your goals out, you write your vision. You don't care where you write. Like notes. My notes app is crazy, but you write your goals out or you write by hand. How much do you feel like that also plays a part into your job as an actor? Just writing stuff from the script, because I heard Vincent D'Onofrio talk about how when he gets a scene, he's writing everything it is too behind the scene, but he's bringing so much more in a monologue. He's going from all different types of places as an actor just to give you the deliverance of one single line, like bullseye, I'm gonna fuck you up. But there's so much that goes into that.
Yeah.
So how do you feel like writing helps you as an actor?
It's huge, man. It's like one of the most important things I feel. Like when you said that you write down the whole script,
Yeah.
not just your lines, but the whole
Yeah.
script. I think that's great because something about writing it down, it's you're not like just reading it, you know, you're actively writing these words down word by word, and it's just like sticking with you. So when you write like internal monologue as a character, it really sticks with you. Like it's not just something that you're going to forget about. Like you're writing it down, you're going to read it, it's your handwriting. Yeah, like you said, it's like an affirmation almost. Like you are actively like, you know, building this character. Like who are they? What do they think? How do they write? You can even change the way that you write with your left hand, or write your certain letters a different way, or maybe your grammar isn't as good or it's better, you know, like there's so much you can do with it because you're not just reading the words off a page, you know, you are this person. How would they write? How do they act? How do they walk? How do they, you know, everything. Yeah. Dude, I think that all these techniques that we learn in class are so valuable, and I just want to learn more, you know. I just want to like I want to see what else. I know we have like this new scene coming up this week, the dancing one.
Oh, shit.
Uh-huh.
Let's kind of get into that though. Now that you brought that up, how do you like doing stuff for you? So obviously, because we're dabbling into acting, right? How do you like doing things for you that you would never really do, but when it comes for the time of your character, when it calls for the purpose of your character doing it? Like for me, going back to the vulnerability thing, I'm not really a vulnerability person.
No.
Like to me, it's like I'm to the level of I'm just patient, I'm chill, I'm an understanding guy.
Yeah.
2, say I'm out here coaching a sport, say I'm doing something, I'll show a lot of angerness, but that angerness will be disguised as my feelings for how I want something done.
Yeah.
I'm still not gonna be out there crying or mad or angry or like
it's going somewhere.
full ready to fight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But vulnerability to a point where I don't get like that. And
Yeah.
when it calls for a character to get like that, you have to put your discipline and your focus into doing that.
You have to separate yourself from the character.
So where's your comfort level of doing things you typically wouldn't do as Jordan, but you would do for a character?
Dude, it's changing a lot. I think at first it was like way down, dude. Like I was not comfortable at all.
Yeah.
I think even standing in front of, what was it in our first class, like 5 people, like including yourself, so like 4 other people. Like my heart's beating out my chest. I'm so nervous.
Life, by the way. I'll never forget it.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
And just so uncomfortable. Like even with like raising my voice or anything like that, I couldn't do it. I feel like I'm a very like vulnerable person in everyday life. Like I can cry no problem. I can feel my emotions no problem. Like that's whatever.
Really?
Yeah, like I'm an open book, you know. Like if I talk
okay.
to somebody, if I'm like feeling sad, even if I'm like at work or out in public or something, like dude, I'll fucking damn near cry when I'm out in public if I think about something. I really don't care, but something about when it's like a scene and a character and I have to do something like break out into a dance and lip sync a song, oh man, it makes me like want to shy away. But I think that feeling of like wanting to shy away from it is what's pushing me to do it more, you know? I'm like, no, don't feel that. So now I feel like I've gotten a good idea of like, okay, when I get up there and I do this, it's not Jordan doing it, it's like the character. So like, don't care. Like, you know, I personally wouldn't do that. You know, I'd maybe do that in like a private space with like a friend or something. But in doing it as the character, I think less of like, what do people think of me? And it's what do people think of my performance? And if they don't like it, then that's something that I have to do better as that character, you know, to work on it. And if it comes out good, it comes out good. And like, oh, cool. That was nice. Like you guys got to see that. And now I'm going to go sit back down and drink my coffee and write my notes.
Gems today.
No,
what do people
dude.
think of my performance? I like that. You dropping some gems today.
Oh, thank you. But no, I'm just talking.
We dropping some gems, ladies and gentlemen.
Man,
that was today's episode of
We're done. Get
That's
out. It.
Yep. Time to wrap it up.
All right, let's go.
You can't go nowhere else from that.
No, dude. No, I think it's only down from here.
You can't go nowhere else from that. We'll catch you next week.
No,
bro. You know what? That's pretty cool, actually. I feel like I'm still struggling with that a little bit still, of learning how to fully morph into someone else. And the reason why I said that is because, too, I put so much of I'm not struggling to a point where it's hard for me to get up right now. get up right now and start acting and start doing the thing. That's not. But I
Yeah.
feel like I'm struggling more for than someone else fully, because if you're telling me all this guy does is dancing and all this guy does is sing and beg and dance, to me, I keep coming into that with like, it's difficult for me to do it, just like it was very difficult for me to be vulnerable.
Yeah.
But like you said, the challenge of, okay,
Mm-hmm.
what can I don't want to do it, but I use it
Mm-hmm.
as sort of like a motivation to get it done.
Exactly.
So that's how it helps me draw the line perfectly of not going fully in the character,
Mm-hmm.
staying who I am at the same time, because in the back of my mind, I'm thinking I don't want to be doing this shit.
Yeah.
I'm thinking I'd rather be playing video games
Oh,
or
really?
doing basketball. I don't want to be like fucking like I'm over here dancing or I'm over here
Like
crying about
embarrassing yourself in front
It's
of
like,
people. Yeah.
Like, why would you put yourself in a situation to begin with? To me, that's what everything I go into.
Mm-hmm.
But then when it calls for it, you can't. You gotta get up there and just do it.
Curveball. So when you ask
Exactly.
yourself why, what do you think in that moment? I'm putting you on the spot here. I'm sorry. But when you think why,
Yeah.
what do you tell yourself? When you're like, why am I here? Why do I put myself through it?
When I think why, I'll say,
What's your
for example.
answer?
When I think for, draw it back to the vulnerability thing, right? In my head, I'm watching everybody perform.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because in acting class, you see all these other actors, they'll be performing,
Mm-hmm.
and at some point, your name's gonna get called, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm watching everybody perform. A lot of why for me goes into, okay, well, I'm here.
Mm-hmm.
And if everybody else is doing it, I got to figure out a way to get it done too.
Mm-hmm.
What if that person feel like they don't want to be doing this too?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I can't be the one bad apple in the room that just goes, fuck it, I don't want to be here. What am I going to do, walk out?
exactly.
You paid money to be here.
Yeah.
So
You're
it's like-
actively, wanting to be here.
Right. So it's like at the end of the day, for me, I'm so much to adult where it's like, it's just discipline. It's
Yeah.
just doing the things that you really don't want to do. And again, this is going to be very hard for me because probably next time we come around doing this, I'm going to be like, man, fuck all that acting shit. But just had to dance. But no, to me, it's doing something you don't want to do but facing. At the end of the day, I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
That's my mindset. That's my why.
I asked you the why because our teacher in our class, she always asks, or she was asking last class specifically, she asked why. I know you weren't there, but she was asking a bunch of us because it was motivation based, right? The
Yeah.
suspect and detective scene.
Yeah.
So in the scene, we're focusing on what does the character want and what are the lengths they'll go to get this objective. And it's very much like you as a character, when you're in a scene, you have an objective, a motivation, a goal, and you want to get that goal by any means. That's what makes it interesting. So in a scene with two people, like a detective and a suspect, the detective wants to get the suspect to say something, whatever it is, their motivation, that drives them. Suspect has another motivation, right? They don't want to get caught, they're innocent, whatever it is. And in doing this, she asked us why. What's your motivation, but why? What drives you? And I feel like that's another like little magic piece in there, you know? Once you get that why, so if it's like suspect, I'm trying to protect somebody. Why are you trying to protect somebody? If you can go why, and get down to the very bottom of why you're doing these things, it adds so much and it gives you so much to work with. Because then you're not working off of like, who am I, or like, what am I thinking? You forget all of that in that moment. You're not like Omaree anymore. You're just thinking, why am I here protecting
It helps
this
you go
person?
into depth as a character for
Yeah.
sure.
So like, I feel like
Yeah.
knowing your why is like Omaree when you go to those classes. I feel like that really helps you like learn more about yourself. And
Right.
You can be more comfortable.
Yeah, it does, and it helps me unlock a certain level of, like you said, just knowing your why, knowing your character,
Mm-hmm.
and understanding your motivation and your drive,
Mm-hmm.
and why they kind of do the things that they do.
Mm-hmm.
I hear actors talk about it all the time. When you understand your why,
Mm-hmm.
it helps you understand the script. It helps you understand your purpose,
Yeah.
your character's purpose, so much more.
Exactly.
So that's kind of a good thing, man. What technique you feel like you still need to get better at?
All of it, honestly.
Hey,
Yeah, dude. It's like ever growing. I think more physicality. I think with last class I got better with that. Just being comfortable walking around, kind of stretching, like whatever it is. Not just doing it for a reason, because I feel like a lot of it in the beginning is like you move a certain way because you feel like you have to, but you don't really have to. You just do whatever you feel. More inner monologue. I think that's always a thing you can work on. And I want to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. Like this scene coming up today, I want to do more stuff like this where I can like break out into dance, sing, even though I can't sing for shit. You know, my voice is like one level, but I want to like really just do things that I normally wouldn't do. Yeah, that's what I'm there for. You know, that's what I'm there for. I'm there to learn. You know, I can be Jordan and be serious and be this and that. You know, like I do those things every day. Something that I don't do every day is what I want to.
Something that you don't do every day. That's a lot of my why. That's what I feel like I gotta get better at too. To be honest with you, it's just understanding, just understanding the characters that we're doing. Like you said, we both got our different processes that goes behind the script, but just my understanding and getting my understanding of it, not putting so much of me into it, but because I feel like when you unlock yourself and you let yourself go and you fully morph yourself into being someone else, and you understand everything, for me, I got to get better at that. And that's why actors still go to acting classes.
Oh, yeah, they go,
actors still, that's why they take these hiatuses, because they want to get better as actors.
It never stops. Sometimes you need to take a little bit of a break, too. Sometimes it's good to take like a week off, you know, a couple weeks, whatever it is. Yeah,
it never stops. And for me, I feel like it's never stopped. You know, I'm always looking at a script somewhere, always watching something. Something's coming down where I like a scene, and I could do it like this. So me, I just got to get better at my understanding of it. But no, man, that's pretty good, man. That's pretty good techniques, man. Like, for sure. And then to double back to what we said a little bit earlier, man, write as the character. I cannot stress that enough.
100%.
To actors, write as your character.
Yeah.
For sure.
I think that's one of the best things you can do.
For sure.
I think also like saying lines in whatever way you can as well. Because when you read a script, you want to say it a certain way, but just read it one note.
Yeah.
And then when you perform it, that's when you can do it different ways.
Yeah.
But every time I like read a script and I'm reading through it, trying to memorize lines, I always just do it one way. Yeah. Just flat. Yeah.
Just flat.
Yeah.
Just know nothing.
Yeah. So I don't apply like a certain way of saying something to it, because then it feels like predetermined, you know.
There's some good techniques, man. We just went over, man. I like. It's a pretty good segment.
We can go on and on about this all day, man. But we got to get into this breakdown now.
That's right. Transitioning now into the scene breakdown, man. It's gonna do crazy. I want to get into it today. We're gonna talk about The Dark Knight Rises. July 20, 2012 release day, starring Christian Bale as the lead actor of Batman, Heath Ledger, rest in peace, as Joker, and the movie was directed by Christopher Nolan. It was the third in a trilogy of the Batman with Christian Bale. Yeah, and before,
this
real
was
quick.
The second one, right?
Oh,
sorry.
Was it the second one?
Yeah, The Dark Knight.
You're right. My fault, because the last one was Bane.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dark Knight Rises, man. The first one was also pretty dope. First one was... Begins.
Batman Begins.
Yeah, Batman Begins, Dark Knight Rises, then...
Or it was Batman Begins,
Batman
The Dark
Begins,
Knight,
Dark
and
Knight.
The Dark Knight Rises.
Dark Knight Rises. There we go. Dark Knight Rises, though, was a pretty good movie. I like when Bane came through the football field and he tore up the stadium.
Oh, dude, that one was cool.
Crazy.
Yeah, now looking at it, there's some things about it that maybe I wasn't a huge fan of, but no, it was still great.
It was fun.
Yeah.
It was good. This is what we're finna get into right now with this scene in Dark Knight. Iconically, one of the most gifted actors of all time in Heath Ledger, one of the most talked about actors of all time, because of everything that we just talked about, our acting techniques earlier. He did all this and even more to become the Joker. So, ironically, also probably one of the greatest scenes in Batman of all time, the interrogation scene, where Joker has kidnapped Harvey Dent and Rachel, his wife, and he's got them at two separate locations. And Commissioner Gordon's trying to get out of him. Where is Dent? Where can he find Harvey? Commissioner Gordon, who's in the scene, at first it starts off when they're in the interrogation room. Joker's arrested. Gordon's talking to him, but Gordon can't get him to tell him where Dent is at. Joker's playing Joker games. Cool. Okay, you want to play games? We're going to play games. Takes the handcuffs off, walks out. Here comes Batman. Head down. Oh. Where is he? What's the favorite part about this scene, man?
Dude, honestly, I think the part you just talked about right there, when Gordon walks out, and then Joker's like, he's like, oh, good cop, bad cop routine. He's like, not exactly. I feel like I just rewatched that scene right before we started, and I caught something that I didn't catch every other time I saw it, and it's when Gordon walks out and Joker's there alone for like that 1 second, his face like drops almost. It like completely drops. Something about like, I think it was like internal monologue. I don't know what it was, but like, he's playing games with Gordon. He's trying to act dumb in that moment. And then when he's out, maybe he thinks he's alone in the room, but something in there, he's just like, okay, now I gotta like focus up. And then boom, lights come on and he fucking slams his face into the shit.
Never start with the head first.
No, never. And then he changes completely. You'll notice, yeah, in that moment, it goes from like 3 different thought processes. It goes from like acting dumb, being sly, to just like stone cold. And then he goes right back into like, with Batman, he's trying to convince him, I feel. He's trying to convince him, like, we're the same. We're not so different.
My favorite line, and I think this is the key line from that scene, was when Joker talked about, what would I do without you? Go back to ripping off mob dealers, and then he says, you complete me.
Yeah.
I think right there, the you complete me line was a key line of that segment.
For sure, yeah.
Because if we look at the history, Batman needed the Joker. Let's go all the way back. Where would Joker be without the Batman? What would Batman be without the Joker? They need each other. That's fire and ice. That's yin and yang.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It goes back to the days where in the early comics of, Penguin's doing his thing. He's terrorizing the city or whatever. Penguin's being a little fat little fucker that he is. But Batman needed the Joker. That's why Batman never could kill him, and that's why Joker never could kill Batman.
Right.
Maybe in a variations of the comics somewhere, I think Batman finally does kill the Joker. I forget which comic is that. But this has been a consistent rivalry for decades.
Oh, yeah.
And so that you complete me, that's why I need you. You know what I mean? And I feel like he's also tells the Batman, you're not one of them. As he's looking over at Gordon and his police, you're not one of them. You are going to have to learn at one point, kind of what we were talking about last week or a couple of weeks ago with Punisher and Daredevil. These two have such a good dynamic. That was a very powerful scene too. And what's even crazier looking back was how he purposely switched the addresses.
Yep. I was going to bring that one up too. Yeah, at the end. And you could tell he's like thinking about it when he says Rachel's address, but with the first one with Dents, he was so quick. He was messing with him. He knew what address to say. He was just playing with him. He was trying to make him think that like, oh, okay, she's at this one.
Do you like how Joker rage baits Batman in this scene?
For sure. I think he definitely won in the scene too. I think he rage baited him perfectly. Like he got everything that he wanted there. Like Batman didn't win. Batman was there. Like he lost it. He lost control. He wasn't in the situation. He was just there out of like. He completely flipped when he found out Rachel was also captured. And something about Heath Ledger's Joker, it's just, I think as a kid when I watched it the first time, I always just thought, oh, Batman and Joker, this is so cool. Like Batman, go capture Joker, whatever. But now when I watch it, I'm like, dude, there's so many levels to Heath Ledger, and he's not just crazy for crazy's sake. Like, he's intelligent. He's like, thinking he planned everything out, and I need to go back and rewatch the whole movie again now after seeing that clip because
I mean, honestly, it's widely regarded as one of the greatest acting performances of all time.
Oh yeah,
hence why he won an Oscar.
Exactly.
And it's honestly regarded as critically acclaimed one of the greatest performances because what he was able to do with that Joker. My favorite scene in the movie is very early on. When some cop is like, hey, man, you guys can't do that. Joker pulls out a gun, he goes, boom, and he just kills him right away without talking, just getting straight to it. Why So Serious is oddly regarded as one of the greatest, like you see it all the time. Why
one
So
of the most
Serious?
Iconic lines ever, yeah. That's the one that sticks.
And honestly, him over Joaquin Phoenix any day.
Really?
I think I got Heath Ledger's Joker over Joaquin Phoenix's Joker any day.
Really? That's a tough one for me because I still love Joaquin Phoenix's Joker.
I did. I loved the first one. I didn't like the musical.
I didn't watch the second one.
I didn't like the second one. I love the first one just because of the places where he went to as that character. The levels he took Joker from, okay, everybody thinks he's a psychopath. We don't take his medicine. But then you see his life. You see the way the society treats him. Now you start to see why he does the things that he do. I feel like Joaquin Phoenix did an incredible job with that. But going back, man, I feel like Heath Ledger And then the rumor is he locked himself in a hotel for months on end during shooting or prior to shooting, just to get in character, just to learn everything he could about the Joker. You know what I mean? Because he wanted to do really good with that.
He did a lot of internal monologue too.
Yeah.
He has those notebooks where he was like sketching, drawing, writing as the Joker, and he got in depth, man. That's the thing about it is like you can do all this preparation, but like we said before, sometimes you have to know how much to do and how much not to do, and who knows like what happened, but yeah, I feel like the Joker's one of those characters. Like it's scary, man. Yeah, it's scary. It'll take you places for sure.
It's a shame he never got to see the flowers of his work.
I know, because it was great, dude.
Yeah.
It was
It's
so
a shame
amazing.
he never lived after that to see the flowers of everything he achieved. You know what I mean? Because honestly, that's regardless of, you know, what demons he was facing, that's one of the greatest acting performances of all time. And Christian Bale even went out regards in saying it too. That was one of his greatest scene partners. So that scene alone, to me, flips the entire movie.
Oh yeah.
Because it's a pivotal scene of, and even still, Two-Face couldn't go back to who he, Two-Face couldn't go back to who he was after that, because you just lost Rachel. And then he after that, he tells Batman, you shouldn't have saved me. You should have saved her. You know what I mean? What Joker was able to do to unlock that, just, even he had Batman to a point where he was questioning Batman's morals, where Joker's like, you're going to have to do something you don't want to do tonight. Hence kill him. Batman's like, I'm seriously considering it. So that scene, obviously, to me, that's pretty good. Out of 10, what do you rate it?
A 10. After watching the scene again, I feel like now I see the movie as like, yeah, Batman saves the day at the end, Joker gets captured, but like, dude, I think it was Joker's movie. Like, in my opinion, I think it was 100% his. Like, he was just playing 3D chess, 4D chess over here all day. Like, he got everything. Everything he wanted, it all happened up until the very end. You know, obviously one of the boats, you know, spoiler alert, didn't explode. And
Better not be a spoiler. The movie came out in 2012.
Yeah, man, come on. If you haven't seen it, you got to go watch it.
Man.
Man.
Oh, get on Tubi.
Yeah, you watching this? You're not watching The Dark Knight? What are you doing
man.
over here? Yeah, come on. But no, dude, like 10 out of 10, 100%. That it's an amazing scene. Like nothing wrong with it in my opinion. Everything was perfect, down to the sound, the direction, lighting, the characters. Yeah, dude, Heath Ledger, like he just seemed like such a great scene partner. Like he seemed like he really got Christian Bale there. You know, he brought him, he showed up. Because if I'm like paired with somebody like you or anybody in class, I feel like it brings something out of me too, you know? And like, it's like, oh man, just back and forth, get each other there. What do you rate it?
I give it the same thing too. I give it a 10. I give it a 10 out of 10 because, again, that's one of Heath Ledger's greatest performances of all time.
Yeah.
And that's one of the Batman, when people think of the Batman, a lot of people think about that scene specifically. So that's one of Heath Ledger's greatest performances of all time. I kind of want to ask you a question here. Real quick, Batman with Robert Pattinson, where do you think that's going to go with the whole Joker dynamic? Ooh. They teased it a little bit, but where do you think that dynamic is going to go? And do you think that any Joker performance, so it's kind of like a two-part question. One, where do you think the Robert Pattinson Batman and that's going to go? Where do you think they're going to go with the Joker in the Batman rivalry? How do you think that's going to add to the years and what we already love as fans? And then two, do you think his performance is going to live up to Heath Ledger's?
I think any performance can be its own. And I think whoever does like the Joker again will do it great in their own way. I love Heath Ledger's Joker for what it is, like for a realism take. It's perfect. I think it's hard to beat that for being realistic. Yeah. If you want to go more like comic book Joker, you know, the super colorful hair, the pale white skin, or however they're going to do it. I know in Robert Pattinson's Batman, he was more disfigured. It was more like that acid take where he gets like his, you know, he's dropped in a vat of acid. I think it can be great. And I think with Robert Pattinson too, he has such a he's a stone cold Batman, you know, like he walks in, you hear his steps and you're like, oh shit, that's him. Like he's about to fuck shit up. So I think it'd be a great dynamic regardless of who it is. I think as long as the character is there and like it's just back and forth, man. Like you said, it's rage baiting. Like Joker's always just trying to get under Batman's skin, and in whatever way that is, whether it's like a calculated Joker like Heath Ledger, whether it's a Joaquin Phoenix Joker where he's just more unhinged and it's more of like a mental health thing, or like whatever Barry Keoghan brings to the Robert Pattinson Joker. I'm excited to see it. I hope they have him in the Batman Part 2 coming out. I think he's casting it. I'm pretty
July
sure
2027.
Oh, you know the date too. Dang, man.
I could be wrong, but it's supposed to be 2027.
I think it is. Yeah, I think it is July 27, 2027. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man. No, I'm excited. I think the Joker's one of those characters. Sidebar. In doing like that suspect detective scene, I found out for myself that I think I'd like to play somebody, maybe not the Joker, like the Joker in that way, because there's so much like depth to it. I think it'd be fun.
I feel like any interrogation scene should be the Batman and Joker and Commissioner Gordon interrogation scene should be the level of good suspect and detective work.
Oh yeah.
Because honestly, that should just be the hierarchy of, okay, as an actor, if I want to study a good scene, that's just a great scene to study. Because again, Joker talks about their essence of their relationship.
Mm-hmm.
They need each other.
Yeah.
And so, and the way he flips on the table was pretty cool. And the
sick.
level of rage baiting
Mm-hmm.
that Joker gets out of Batman is just insane once he realizes that I've also captured Rachel.
He's unhened, man. Yeah, he loses it. He goes
it.
crazy.
You also just kind of brought it up too. Robert Pattinson's Batman and the Batman, 2021, 21 or 22 movie came out. I don't know. But that's one of the greatest silent Batman introductions of all time.
Yeah, I think that's my favorite Batman
Yeah.
out of all the live
Mine
action
too.
Batmans. Yeah,
Mine
it's Robert
too.
Pattinson for sure.
What the Riddler was able to do to him in that movie was crazy.
Dude.
It's one of my favorite Batman movies.
So stylistic too. Every like shot, the cinematography in that movie, fucking perfect.
Well, let's talk about it. What's your favorite Batman movie?
The Batman
With Robert Pattinson?
with Robert Pattinson. That's the most Batman to me because it feels like Gotham's alive and everything about it, dude. Even down to when he glides for the first time and he's like scared. He like gets up there and he puts like the shit on. He's like, oh, fuck. Because it's like, dude, he's fucking Batman. You're like gliding through the fucking city. Like
That scene of him gliding through, chasing down Penguin was just the greatest.
when he gets in the car.
Dude.
Dude.
And the truck blows up. You think Batman's dead. No, he's not. He comes out the fire. That's
Upside down.
My God.
We'll have to do a whole segment on one of those scenes for sure. Yeah. So what do you think? Okay. To get into our last segment here, keep it or cut it.
Mm-hmm.
With the new DC universe going on.
Okay.
And with Robert Pattinson going on at the same time. It's not connected. It's separate. You know, Robert Pattinson's his own Batman and James Gunn is going to have his own Batman in his DC universe.
Right.
Keep it or cut it, having two Batmans at the same time.
Having two Batmans at the same time. Keep it or cut it. I feel like we need... I feel like we should keep it.
Yeah?
I feel like we should keep two Batmans at the same time.
Okay.
Because James Gunn's doing what he's doing. But this is so... The independence here, to me, almost feels like what Spider-Man... What Sony did with DC... what Sony did with Marvel many moons ago, right? How nobody wanted the Punisher. No, so Daredevil wasn't not mentioned in the Marvel Cinematic Universe whatsoever, but he was just mentioned as a cool street superhero. Same with the Punisher, same with Elektra, same with and Tobey Maguire's beginning. No, Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man was. Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man wasn't until they combined. I like having two Batmans at the same time.
Yeah.
I feel like Robert Pattinson did such an incredible job with the Batman that I think we should keep it. And you know what? James Gunn, I'm trusting with the ball. Like, I love Superman.
Oh, yeah, man.
Superman was such a good film.
Yeah, it was great.
And so he coming in, he cleaning up everything. You know, The Rock wasn't wrong about the hierarchy in DC Universe changing. He wasn't wrong. He was not wrong about that.
No, he wasn't.
So I feel like we need to keep two separate Batmans. There's no reason to bring Robert Pattinson's Batman into the Marvel, into the DCU. There's no reason to do it.
dude, I'm still one of those people that really wants to see him with David Cornsett's Superman. But yeah, no, I think it should be separate.
I think it
but I'm
should
just like,
still be
oh,
separate.
he's so good.
And I'm trying to think what storyline would play out, even if we were to play with the idea, how would it go?
With what? Robert Pattinson
Yeah.
in that universe?
Yeah, his introduction into I keep wanting to say Marvel, goddamn it.
No, you're
But
okay.
into the DCU universe.
It happens. Honestly, dude, I think it could work so well.
You think it could?
Yeah, that's just my opinion because
Oh.
there's something so different about like Metropolis and Gotham and all that. Like, you know, it's like two different worlds, and like I feel like Matt Reeves' Batman, it just feels so different. But no, they should keep it separate. There should be a more fantastical Batman
We're gonna keep
for
it.
sure. Yeah, something more in line with the DC universe.
I like it. I like it. That's crazy. Let's transition out of superheroes real quick, man. Still in the keep it or cut it segment. I got a question for you.
Yeah.
All right. I want to know if we should keep this or should we cut it.
Mm-hmm.
So all actors do some theater work.
Excuse me. Yeah, keep it. Yeah, 100%. I think
Because the reason why I ask is that you get your actors now who have never touched the stage, but they only do film or they only do television, but they've never done theater. There's a bunch of actors who haven't. Then you go to New York, there's a lot of actors who haven't done film, but they only done Broadway.
Yeah.
So should all actors do theater?
Yes.
Just to get an experience.
I think even just a little bit. I think I definitely want to do some theater, and I think it helps out. It help out a lot of actors because in class it feels almost theater-like in a way, where you're performing in front of an audience, you know, and not so much on a camera. So I think it helps out a lot with getting those nerves out and being able to do something different. You can bring something from the theater work into the film work. Vice versa, if you do film, you can bring that into theater.
I did
So
some
keep
theater
it.
work. And well, I'm gonna keep it too. I did some theater work back in the day a little bit, and honestly, it was one of the greatest experiences of acting because one, the routine, what I'm learning, because I want to do some more theater actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, the routine of just you're rehearsing, you're constantly rehearsing, and then sometimes you have 2-a-day shows. Those 2 days help you get so much better with the character.
Yeah.
Like right now, MJ the Musical is one of the most famous plays out right now in the United States because I think they run in California and New York, and they've been doing that Broadway musical since like 3 years ago. So, but the level of consistency that it takes, right? Again, and with theater acting, you're doing a lot more. So you're still going through your same process of understanding why, understanding the character, understanding the purpose and the motivation. But now you're expressing yourself on stage where I'm looking at this camera, I'm looking straight at it, and immaculate performance. Some shit like that.
Yeah.
Otherwise, where I'm just in a TV show, I'm like, hey, that's an immaculate performance. But that's the theatrics that you have to put in the theater.
Yeah.
Where every your voice being loud has to matter.
You gotta project it.
That's what I love about it. I think there's so much actors should learn just by doing theater because it taught me the general foundation of acting.
Yeah.
So where you transition into something in a room like this, okay, it's easy.
Yeah.
But being on stage performing when that light's on you and you're saying Shakespeare looks lovely today, but you're doing that with a whole bunch of bullshit added to it.
Yeah.
So to me, it's a beautiful thing. That's why when I go to New York, I want to see a whole lot of Broadway.
I know. I got to see Broadway when I go back out to New York because
Yeah.
I've been a couple times in the last year, and I haven't gone to see a Broadway
Gotta
play.
at least catch one.
Yeah.
Catch a doubleheader. And keep the playbill too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still have the playbill in high school with my name on it, and that was pretty dope.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, because I did some Shakespeare for sure.
Yeah.
How do you feel about movies releasing straight to cinema? Or excuse me, movies releasing straight that should be cinema but to digital? Like, you know how sometimes you'll get your movies that release straight to Peacock or Amazon Prime,
Or like
but they
Netflix,
should
yeah.
be, to me, they should be in the theaters.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think? Should we keep that or should we cut it? Like how movies release straight to digital.
I'm going to say keep it only because I think there's certain films that can do better with streaming. I wouldn't say all of them. I think there's definitely some that would benefit from an in-theater release, and I think watching a movie in theaters is the best way to see a movie for sure. But some people want to make movies for streaming, you know? That's like kind of the idea that they have behind it. And I think it's one of those things where if somebody wants to do it, we should keep it. You know, I feel like cutting it completely would it wouldn't benefit those people. You know what I mean? Like everybody's got to do what they want to do. You know, there's some medium for everybody. You know, we can't just do streaming for shows only. I think that it's a good balance. I think that studios should look to releasing. Yeah, I think studios should look to releasing more movies in theaters.
Mm.
But I'm gonna say keep it, just because, you know, some people want to do the streaming movies, and that's okay. You know, if it's meant to be on Netflix, it's meant to be on Netflix.
I'm going to say cut it, actually.
Yeah?
And the reason why I say cut it is because, to me, there's an old school essence of going to the movie theater and catching a good film. And I think in order to keep movie theaters in business, you need to get the experience of a good film that truly belongs in theaters. Like, I just saw something on Prime not too long ago, starring Jason Momoa and Dave Bautista. I forget the name of this movie, but it was such incredible.
They're both great, yeah.
Yeah,
they're amazing.
to me, it's like, you got these two high-level actors. This should be probably in a theater instead of just releasing straight to Prime. You know what I mean? Because, again, there's more essence of you do the work, you do the film, you do the marketing, you do the tours.
Yeah.
Just convince people to just go watch the movie.
Yeah.
Sinners, the reason why Sinners went back to the theaters, it went back to a theatrical release, was because it was doing so well. It had its run. It had its, 3-month run. Hits the streaming, blows up on streaming. Hey, we're still getting talked about. We got to go back to theaters. You know what I mean? I just want people to go back and experience what it's like to watch a good movie. Have a lot of good stuff available.
Yeah.
And to me, I kind of don't like it when, okay, so there'll be times in the year when this year, movies are bumping.
Oh,
but
yeah.
like last year, they'll have its their time. Obviously with the writer's strike, obviously with the actor's strike, Hollywood will have its their time, right?
For sure.
Have its their time. And you go to a movie, okay, you're just releasing Karate Kid. You're just from 30 years ago when I can watch this on my phone right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But, and again, some people, not everybody wants to go to theater. Right? Not everybody wants to pay the ticket to go to theater.
What is
everybody
it now,
just
like
wants
$15 to see
everybody
a
just
movie
wants to
now.
watch it at home. Like,
Yeah.
I can just wait for it on Fandango to release at home.
Exactly.
So, I understand it. But to me, I feel like Netflix, again, super popular Peacock, super popular Disney, super popular. And Disney is one of those last good people that respect the old school mindset. You got to watch this in theater for release.
They have a good amount of theater releases for sure. And they do a good balance of having certain things on streaming too. Like the Punisher specials that's going to be coming out.
Right.
That's a good one to have.
Now
on
that you
streaming.
said that, though, that leads me to my next question. Should episodes, how cool would you are episodes be in 40 minutes or an hour? Because this Punisher special is only going to be an hour. But we also get, and this is just in general, when you're watching a new series, what's your preference? Is your preference the 20-minute Wonder Man, or is it the 30-minute let me get something out of this, or is it a 40-minute? What's your appropriate runtime? What's your appropriate runtime for a TV series?
I like an hour, a little over an hour in total, just because with credits it might cut out credits and intro. It might cut out like 3 minutes, you know. So give me a good hour of an episode, but like maybe 8 episodes in that season or that series. I think that's perfect for me personally, because the 20-30 minute episodes, they're nice. They just feel a little quick sometimes, and I feel like there's not as much behind it. Wonder Man was an exception. I don't know how they did it, but they did it so well. I think because the story wasn't so long, and it was more just like focused on like one objective, and that objective is very like meta. He's just an actor trying to get a role.
Yeah.
So
Wonder Man, not to cut you off real quick, but Wonder Man was
you're
a
good.
love letter to acting.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I love it. It was a love letter. It's a love letter to acting, hence why they're coming back for season 2.
Yeah.
All of it to me is just a love letter because they literally, everything we talk about on this podcast, they literally showcase.
Yeah, they showed a lot of it. Yeah.
It's a love letter to the craft for sure.
It came out at a perfect time.
Yeah.
That was like 2 months into us doing the classes, and it just like gave me that little boost. I'm sure it did the same thing for you too.
Right, it did.
But yeah.
So you said you rather take the 1 hour specials.
Yeah, I'd say
Okay.
the 1 hour specials.
Okay.
What about you?
To me, I feel like if I'm watching a series, and I got like 14 episodes to go through, or 8 or whatever the number is, I feel like a good runtime for a TV. I've always understood the 30-minute thing.
Mm-hmm.
Family Guy did the 30-minute thing or the
Mm-hmm.
20-minute thing growing up, obviously with the TV ads.
Yeah.
King of the Hill, same exception. Every show I watched growing up feel like was 30 minutes to me because the timing of, okay, it's going to be on from here to here. So maybe I'm super used to the 30-minute thing. And that's just growing up watching all types of television. Like the Brady Bunch was 30 minutes. Family Matters was 30 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Malcolm in the Middle, another 30-minute, right?
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, once you hit streaming, you realize it's obviously not 30. But for television broadcasting,
It was
the numbers are 30
mm-hmm.
because you need to get you need to get your commercial breaks in
Mm-hmm.
between,
Yeah.
like 2 to 3 commercial breaks. Family Guy, they always did 30-minute episodes.
Mm-hmm.
To me, I feel like I don't know. It's a subjective question here.
It depends on what format too. Animation could do like 20 minutes, like the Justice League animated show. Those were really short. Or like Invincible, right? They're like 40 minutes. I think the longest one has been like 50 minutes,
Right.
close to an hour. I think with animation, it does better in a shorter episode format. But live action for me, I think something about having an hour.
Right.
It showcases
It's
a little
something about
more.
having an hour means a lot more to the show.
Mm-hmm. It's just a long movie, you know? It's like an 8-hour movie. Who doesn't want to see that?
Avatar.
Yeah, come on.
3 hours for no reason whatsoever, man.
Man, I think they're
Yes.
going to make the next one 4 hours.
I don't know. I heard they were talking about that. All right, real quick, kind of closing up out of here. I
Mhm.
think we should, but to answer your question, one real quick. So, which do you prefer? Do you prefer hour specials or 30 minutes?
Hour specials.
Me, I'm 30 minutes, man.
Oh, man.
Give it to me,
We're
give it
just
to
in a-
me live and direct, but not too much.
We're going to start debating now, man. We're going to start.
Man, here we go to the debate show.
Dang.
Hey, real quick, what are some of your favorite movies? What's one movie that you're excited about that's releasing this year? Because it's 2026 is going to be an incredible year for me in films.
The new Spider-Man.
I'm happy about the new Spider-Man. too.
I'm hyped for that
I'm
one.
hyped for
It
the
looks so
Spider-Man.
good. The trailer and everything, the direction.
It was dope,
the
wasn't
suit, dude.
The trailer was dope.
Yeah, the trailer was sick.
Super dope.
So excited.
I like the callback for the poster
Oh, yeah.
I love the
With the
callback to-
lens reflection.
to Spider-Man 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, was that 2002?
Yep.
I love the callback.
Mhm.
I love that callback. That had
Amazing.
me like hype.
Mhm.
And I want to see where this story's going to go with the Punisher and Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Because, again, that's another one of those complicated relationships.
It's a great dynamic.
Their history relating back to the comics
Mm-hmm.
is so crucial and it's so
Mhm.
essential, you know.
Mhm.
I watched a 30-minute Marvel video last week of them explaining the dynamic between the two and the comic relationships throughout the
Ooh,
years.
I'm about to watch that.
I'm going to send it to you.
Okay. Yeah.
So I'm super excited to see how John Bertholt's the Punisher and Tom Holland's Spider-Man, their dynamic in this new. And I want to know where he continues the story. You know, he's grown now.
Yeah.
He's out of college. He's living life with people have to understand that, hey, I lost all my friends and family. And that's
he has
cool.
nothing. Yeah.
But I still want to give all to the city of New York. And so what are we going to see that aids him to get there in Spider-Man?
That's a real Spider-Man
Yeah.
story right there.
It's super good, man.
He's got
It's
nothing, man.
authentic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. On a scale of 1 to 10, how excited are you for Brand New Day?
I'm gonna hold back a little bit. I'm gonna give it an 8. 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. Just
Same.
because I'm
Yeah.
excited,
Yeah.
but you never know.
You never know.
And it's Marvel too, so there's like a bunch of like different stuff that has to
Right.
go on in the universe as well. If it's like solo and it's its own thing, I'm all for it, man. I'm ready.
I'm ready for Street Fighter too, man.
Oh,
You
dude,
s-
I'm
you saw the trailer?
I think I. Oh no, I haven't seen the Street Fighter trailer.
The Street Fighter trailers.
I never played it much growing up.
Fucking
but-
incredible.
Yeah.
Yes, bro. I'm
Oh,
such a
dude.
fan of Street Fighter, bro, and that franchise is incredible. That comes out October. October 2026 this year in October. Go watch the Street Fighter trailer. It's incredible. It's immaculate. Roman Reigns plays Akuma. That's all you need to know.
Ooh, Roman Reigns.
Plays Akuma.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And then Andrew Kogi plays Ryu.
Mm.
And then I saw the trailer. That's gonna be insane, bro.
Okay.
Street Fighter movie is gonna be pretty good. But I'm gonna circle back, man. Watch the MJ movie. That's the movie to watch this week. It's a Michael Jackson movie.
Mm-hmm.
The Michael Jackson movie, go watch it in theaters. It was an experience. I'm sure our next episode,
I
What
will be
kinda-
talking about it.
yeah, we're gonna kind of get into it. Hey, closing up for the day, man. Just real quick, what's your method of success look like for you this week?
Mm.
What are your goals, man? What's something that you want to kind of accomplish? Just everyday life. What do you want to just accomplish, man? Give a little bit of motivation for everybody.
I want to be better at being comfortable. I want to do uncomfortable things in classes and everyday life. And if I'm walking around somewhere and I want to just start like, talking about whatever, or, something that I wouldn't typically do, something where like, I don't think of what people are thinking of me. Just being more comfortable, being more vulnerable too, like you said. That's what I want to do this week for sure.
Nice. I think my method of success this week, be present, listen. You just take that in everyday life. Be present, listen in everyday life. And honestly, just do the best you can do, and just focus on what's in front of you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that.
Focus on what's in front of you. Man, that was a banger episode, man.
Yeah,
I feel like we really got to a lot of good things here, man. I love our acting technique segment from earlier.
Oh yeah, bro.
It was a banger episode, man. Hopefully, in May we're gonna have we got a couple of guests lined up. So we got a couple of good guests lined up, obviously. So now it just won't be us sitting at the table.
Nope.
We got a couple of good guests lined up who's gonna come in, talk about acting more, their process. We're all gonna share our lovely little routines, man. So Jordan, it was a good episode today, big dog.
Always a pleasure, man.
Good episode, man. Again, you can catch us on YouTube, catch us on TikTok. Pretty soon, we're going to go to Spotify and Apple Podcasts, so stick around for some announcements about that. You can catch us on Instagram, for any questions about the pod related whatsoever. We're not going to do an Instagram yet. I kind of like what we're doing.
No, yeah.
These other places.
Just some YouTube comments, comments on TikTok, too.
Yeah, we go to Instagram one day. We got to be known. I want to keep it. I want people wanting more.
In time.
Yeah.
In time, yeah.
Yeah.
People will find us, though. They know where to find us.
Hey, watch us on YouTube, man. If you like this video, like and subscribe. Leave some good comments in the comment below. And, hey, we'll catch you another time.
Yes, sir.
Peace out, everybody.
See you guys.